Hey guys, so you're probably wondering, Brittany, can you please just stop switching positions where you film? It's getting annoying. But today I have a specific reason. I'm going to be doing my second part of these bookshelf tours because I have two bookshelves. And I'm also going to be showing you extra books that I have added onto my other bookshelf. And at the end I have a special announcement that's kind of still in the air. But yes, so if you want to just skip over all of this and just go towards the end, then that's fine with me. But I'm just going to jump right in. Alright, so up here is basically just my first shelf. There's no rhyme or reason to how I order these books, so I am just going to show them to you. This first book right here, I actually have to hold up. It is Bible Pictures by Charles Foster, and I have had this since I was a little kid, and my dad had it when he was a little kid, and I think it was from my grandparents. But basically, I have wanted this for the longest time, and I always asked my father and if I could have it, and he wouldn't give it to me until 1 year. My grandparents passed away, he finally gave it to me. So I think it's something that I'm going to keep passing down, but I'm going to show you what is inside of it. It just has pictures from the Bible and then the stories that goes with it. So that's really awesome, and it's really old. I don't know if you can tell, but I am definitely going to keep this for as long as I can. Next, I also have to hold this up because you can tell it is very beaten and tattered. This was the first book besides just the children's Bible that I got. This was my first ever Bible. It was my older sister's Bible, and then it was given to me, and she had given it to a friend, and then the friend gave it back to her, I think. And so then she gave it to me, and like I said, it is very tattered. This has been worn and used, and look at this. It's just... And I went through this phase when I was a little kid, that I thought that if you highlighted, everything in the Bible, you'd be, an ultra-Christian. So, that's what I did. I, highlighted everything. And, yeah. Next is another Bible. This is the NIV, The Story of God, and I believe I got this when I went to my sister's church. And this was supposed to be, my church Bible for whenever I went to her church, but I haven't really used it. And there is a paper from sermon that I put whenever I would go to church. I would take the sermon notes and I put it in where the starting verse was. So yes, this next book is another Bible. This one is also very worn and everything, but I think part of the reason is because water got dumped on this. I am not too sure. This one is one that I haven't been very active with. I have specific Bibles that I've been using, and these two I don't really know why I have anymore. But this is the New Living Translation Bible, and I believe I got this from my friend's church. And like I said, I put the sermon notes in where it fits. And this day it was in Matthew 28 and stuff. Next we have You're Made to Make a Difference by Max Lucado and Jenna Lucado Bishop with Natalie Gillespie. I don't know how to say that. Next, I have The Prayer of Jabez for Teens and The Prayer of Jabez by Bruce Wilkinson. And fun fact, let me go get it. I have a third copy of The Prayer of Jabez because I got it from my library at school, I think it was, or somewhere. I forget where I got it. It was free, and I forgot I had another Prayer of Jabez copy, so I have 3 copies of The Prayer of Jabez. And this one was a library book that I forgot to give back 7 years ago. So yeah, technically I stole that book from the library. Letters to God by Patrick Doty and John Perry. Alright, so I think that ended my Christian-y, religious-y section. So, now on to more books. The Count of Monte Cristo by Alexandre Dumas. I have to hold this up because it's going to fall down. And Frank, the Diary of a Young Girl. Actually, I have never read this book, and a lot of people have criticized me for it because it's one of those books that I haven't read, and a lot of people have. But, fun fact, a lot of this book had to be edited out because Anne Frank frequently talked about masturbation in her diary. Next, I have my 2 copies of The Fault in Our Stars. We have the normal one and then the exclusive collector's edition. And then the last 3 books on this shelf are all John Green books. We have An Abundance of Catherine, So Looking for Alaska, and Paper Towns. And then I will show you what is over here. I have this photo that was drawn for me by one of my close friends, Natalie, for a Christmas or something ago, and I still keep it to this day, and it stays on my bookshelf because it is a very friendly reminder of that Christmas and everything like that. And that was around the first time that I had met her, so it definitely is a very great reminder. And then in front of that, I just keep this bowl of nail polishes. I don't know why, but I do. Next shelf. Alright, so this is the second shelf, and I'm just going to show you everything else is on the shelf besides the books first. I have this, I've mentioned this previously in another video, but I have this dream box, and my dad had gotten it for me from Colorado, and it looks just like this, and it opens up, and you're supposed to put dreams in here and they'll come true, but I kind of just like it for decoration. And if you guys wanted to know, my name means the strong and everything like that, and I am calm with a fierce determination. This was here, I put this up here from my Rip It or Ship It tag. These were the 2 containers I used in the tag, and then inside I have an e.l.f. matte lip color in a reddish color. You can't even see that. And then I have Matrix Total Results Silk Wonder hair stuff, and I'm pretty sure this was a sample. So yeah, I have had this forever, and I have had this written on this board forever. But one of the things I struggle with is getting angry and everything like that. So for the longest time I had this written on my whiteboard, and it says, "In your anger, do not sin. Do not let the sun go down while you are still angry. Do not give the devil a foothold." Ephesians 4:26. And so I just have that, and I keep it on my bookshelf because my bookshelf is a place where I go quite frequently because I like books. But I haven't really need to worry about that much because I haven't gotten as angry. So instead of me rambling on, I'm just going to go on to the books now. We have Wicked by Gregory Maguire, The Husband by Dean Kuhn, The Lovely Bones by Alice Sebold, Water for Elephants by Sarah Gruen, Hide and Seek by James Patterson, Dark Lady by Richard North Patterson. We have Balthasar's Odyssey by Amin Malouf. I'm pretty sure I pronounced that wrong, so sorry. If anybody knows how to pronounce the author's name, please tell me in the comments down below. This one has no dust jacket, but this is Step on a Crack by James Patterson. I have Safe Haven by Nicholas Spark. Oh, I have to hold this up, it's going to fall over. We have An Object of Beauty by Steve Martin. Lastly, I have P.S. I Love You by Cecilia Ahern. So, as little bookends, I have an elephant right here, and I'm not going to take it out because if I do, all these books are going to topple over, and then I'll show you what's the bookend over here. This also has no dust jacket, and this is the Tim Tebow Through My Eyes autobiography, biography book, whatever thing. We have It's Kind of a Funny Story by Ned Vizzini. This is Stephen King's Desperation. This is going to fall over, but we have Jesus is Greater Than Religion by Jefferson Bethke. We have Blood and Chocolate by Annette Curtis Klaus. Across the Universe, A Million Suns, and Shades of Earth, all by Beth Revis. Next we have Anna Dressed in Blood and Girl of Nightmares, both by Kendari Blake. So now we're on this side, and on this side I have a duck holding up my books. 1984 by George Orwell. Lock and Key by Sarah Dessen. Heart of Glass by Zoe Dean. Crossbones Yard by Kate Rose. The River of No Return by B. Ridgway. Last book on the shelf we have Dust by Joanne Frances Turner. The first book on the shelf is Between the Lines by Jodi Picoult and Samantha Van Leer. The Diviners by Libba Bray. The Memory of Running by Ron McLarty. Now, I'm not going to take these all out of this box set, so I'm just going to point them out. We have Green, Black, Red, and White, and this is the Circle series by Ted Decker. Slaughterhouse 5 by Kurt Vonnegut. Frankenstein by Mary Shelley. Between Shades of Grey by Ruta Sepetys. Sweet Miss Honeywell's Revenge by... I just love when the bookstores put the stickers on top of the author's name. This is by Catherine Rice. A Great and Terrible Beauty by Libba Bray. East of Eden by John Steinbeck. Angels Watching Over Me by Michael Phillips. The Gifted by Terry Blackstock. The Memory Keeper's Daughter by Kim Edwards. To Save a Life by Jim and Rachel Britz. And on this shelf I also keep To Kill a Mockingbird, and I'm going to be putting Ghost at a Watchman on this shelf as well. So this is the best camera angle I could get for this part of the second bookshelf. And I'm just going to start over here. These 3 books are the Infernal Devices trilogy. I'm keeping them here because if I put them anywhere else I'd forget them, and I wouldn't be able to give them back to my friend. Marley and Me by John Grogan. This is a beautiful classic covered book, and this is the picture of Dorian Gray by Oscar Wilde. Hoot by Carl Hiaasen. These next 2 books are both by Mitch Albom. Tuesdays with Maury. 5 People You Meet in Heaven, like I said, by Mitch Albom. The Last Lecture by Randy Pausch. Fat Chance by Leslie Newman. And then the paperback version and the beautiful hardcover version of The Help by Catherine Stockett. This is irrelevant. I have Lysol as like a bookend. I don't know why, don't ask. I have a collection of movies over here. These are kind of just like my movies that I have bought myself. So we have Ramona and Beezus, The Wedding Planner, and The Sixth Sense. So like I said, To Kill a Mockingbird is usually down on that bottom shelf that I just showed right before the shelf. But I have it up here for some darn reason. I don't really know why. And then freaking Ghost Head of Watchman's over on the floor in front of where I film. Last book, I promise. We have freaking Ramona and Beezus. my Bible. The Bible. That's the... I don't remember. And I grew up in church. So, another weird filming angle. That was my second bookshelf, and then the books on top of my other bookshelf. And yeah, this is going to take forever to edit because this is 26 minutes. But if you have stayed to the end of this, and or you skipped to the announcement part of this video, what I am thinking of doing, I still have to think about it, and if I do it, I have to get everything sorted and everything like that, but I am thinking about creating a second YouTube channel, not as like a backup channel, but kind of as a more Christian channel, I want to guess, because I want to post some videos, and this was recently been inspired by Becca Hong, I think her name is, and then Katie Borgor, I don't know how to pronounce her last name, but I have been watching their videos and Blimey Cow a lot, and I definitely would like to start making videos for YouTube that deal with Christian aspects, and I don't want to be putting them on this channel and everything like that. So, if you have any opinions, or you think that would be a good idea or something like that, you should definitely leave that in the comments down below. I'm going to talk to Zach about it because he's kind of the person I go to when I have a decision that I want to make, and he helps me figure it out. So, yes, if you have stick through this whole video, that was my little announcement. Brittany is possibly getting a second channel. But if you like this video, give it a huge thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. I will try and make more videos. I say this like every video, but I am really bad at making videos. It's bad. It's bad. So, yeah, I have all my social media links in the description box down below if you'd like to be my friend on Twitter, Goodreads, Facebook, whatever. That'll be down below. And if you have read any of these books or know any of these books or have any of these books, you should leave that in the comments down below as well. So, until next time, bye guys. Whatever will come our way, through fire or pouring rain, no, we won't be shaken. No, we won't be shaken. Why can't any of these books stand up? Trying to get a tripod in position to show shelves is the hardest thing ever, because you're like, let's try and lift the legs, and I'm pretty sure this is crooked, so we're gonna go with it. Am I even freaking in the shot? No, I'm not.